Did you know that 1 in 5 children in the United States is unhappy as a kid? Do you think you were ever told that being loved was one of the most important things in life? Well, it's not just kids who need to hear this message. We all need to be reminded from time to time that we matter, that we are valuable, and that someone cares about us. Now, being a dad myself, I wanted to find out if I could really make a difference in my kids' lives, if I could help them be happier and more successful by simply showing them some extra love and support. So join me as I take on this challenge and discover what it really means to be a loving dad and raise happy kids. Hey guys, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. Let's get right into this week's video. One of the first things I did was talk to my friends and family and see if they had any ideas or suggestions on how I could show my kids more love and support. What I learned from them was that there was no one-size-fits-all approach to parenting and every child is different. They also told me that I should be patient, consistent, and above all, genuine in my efforts to connect with my kids on a deeper level. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this was easier said than done. I am a busy person. My days are packed with work, errands, and other commitments. But I knew that if I wanted to make a real change in my relationship with my kids, I had to put in the effort. So I started small by making some simple adjustments to my daily routine. For example, I began asking my kids more questions about their day, like how was school or how was practice? And I actually listened to their answers instead of just giving them a quick once-over and moving on to the next thing. I also made an effort to be more present when we were spending time together, like when we were playing video games or watching movies. I put away my phone and focused on them instead of getting distracted by social media or other digital distractions. I even started giving them more hugs and cuddles when they needed it. Another thing I did was try to be more supportive of their interests and hobbies, even if I didn't fully understand or agree with them. For instance, I signed them up for soccer practice, even though I thought it was a bit too competitive for their age. I also went with them to their first game and cheered them on from the sidelines. I know that might seem like a small thing, but it meant a lot to them. It showed them that I was interested in what they were doing and that I was willing to sacrifice my time and energy to support them. I also tried to be more involved in their everyday life. I helped them with their homework, even if it was just proofreading their papers or helping them study for tests. And I made sure to attend school events like parent-teacher conferences and open houses. I wanted to be a positive role model for my kids. So I also made an effort to take care of myself both physically and emotionally. I went to the gym regularly, ate healthy foods, and got enough sleep. I also sought out support from my friends and family when I needed it, and I took time for self-reflection and personal growth. I knew that if I wanted to be the best dad I could be, I had to take care of myself first. It wasn't always easy, but I found that the rewards were definitely worth it. Seeing the joy and gratitude in my kids' faces when I showed them extra love and support made me feel good about myself. I felt like I was making a positive impact in their lives, and that gave me a sense of purpose and fulfillment. One day I was playing with my son, and he suddenly stopped and looked at me and asked why I was playing with him. I was taken aback by his question, but I knew it was a teachable moment. So I sat down next to him and explained to him how much I loved him and how important it was for me to spend time with him. I told him that being loved and feeling connected to his family and friends was one of the most important things in life. And I hoped that by showing him how much I cared about him, he would grow up knowing that he was loved and capable of achieving anything he set his mind to. He looked at me for a moment, and then he hugged me tightly. And I knew that my efforts were making a difference. He understood that he was loved and supported, and that was all that mattered. Another time, I was talking to my daughter about a problem she was facing at school, and she opened up to me about her feelings of loneliness and sadness. I listened patiently, and then I told her how much I loved her and how proud I was of her for being honest with me. I also told her that it was okay to feel sad or lonely sometimes, but that she shouldn't let those feelings define her. I told her that she was a kind, intelligent and beautiful girl who had so much to offer the world, and that there were plenty of people who loved and cared about her. She looked up at me with tears in her eyes and said, "I love you, Dad. You're the best dad ever." In that moment, I knew that what I was doing was making a difference. I had created a safe and loving environment where my kids felt comfortable enough to open up to me about their feelings and struggles. I felt like I was building a strong bond with each one of my kids, and that gave me the motivation to keep going. However, I soon realized that showing my kids love and support wasn't just about giving them gifts or taking them to fun places. It was also about being there for them when they needed me the most, being a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear, a source of comfort and encouragement. It meant making sacrifices, like putting their needs before my own, or spending extra time with them even when I was exhausted or stressed. It meant showing them that they were my priority, that they mattered to me more than anything else. And guess what? It worked! As the weeks and months went by, I noticed changes in my kids. They became more open, more communicative, and more affectionate towards me and towards each other. They started coming to me with their problems and their joys. They asked for my advice and my opinion. They wanted to spend time with me. And most importantly, they seemed happier. They had a sense of well-being and contentment that I had never seen before. I realized that I had created a ripple effect of love and positivity in our family. And I knew that this was just the beginning. The benefits of showing my kids love and support didn't stop there. It also translated into other areas of their lives, like school and friendships. They began getting better grades, making new friends, and participating more in extracurricular activities. They developed a sense of confidence and independence that allowed them to thrive and grow. They became not only happier, but also healthier, more successful, and more fulfilled individuals. I felt so proud and grateful to have been a part of that transformation. I knew that I had made a difference in their lives, and that gave me the greatest reward of all, the satisfaction of knowing that I was a good dad who raised happy kids. Looking back, I can honestly say that the journey of showing my kids more love and support has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It taught me that being a dad is not just about providing for their needs, but also about nurturing their hearts and minds. It taught me that the secret to raising happy kids is not a magical formula or a complicated strategy, but a simple and sincere approach that puts love and connection first. If you're a dad who wants to make a difference in your kids' lives, I encourage you to follow my lead and explore the power of being a loving dad. Ask them questions, listen to their answers, be present, be supportive, be involved. Take care of yourself and let them know how much you love them. You might be surprised at the results and at the joy and fulfillment that it brings you. So guys, what are your top tips for being a loving dad? Share them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about effective parenting strategies, check out my other videos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more weekly videos. Until next time, happy parenting, happy kids.